Hey guys, so there is this guy that I've started following on Instagram, and I love the way he says things. This one has to do about love or hyperfixation, because there's a big difference, and sometimes we have a really hard time figuring out which one it is, and whether it's actually something we should be giving our time to, giving our brain to, giving our feelings to. So his name is Autistic Callum, autistic_Callum CALLUM. Yeah, go check him out on Instagram. So is it love or is it hyperfixation? Whenever I discuss romance with a fellow autist, ADHDer, at some point in the conversation, one of us brings up how difficult it can be to tell the difference between love and hyperfixation, because both can look and feel very similar on the surface. They can both be intoxicating, consume a lot of mental energy, result in incredibly strong feelings, and change our lives for better or worse. Very, very true, all of that. Yet, despite looking and feeling very similar, love and hyperfixation are very different at the core. The way they differ is likely to be unique for every individual, as we all have our own idea of what love and hyperfixation are and experience both in our own way. But generally speaking, hyperfixation may be described as a passionate focus that can come with feelings, while love might be described as a feeling that can evoke a passionate focus. Okay, so it is possible to experience both simultaneously, which can make understanding the origin of the thoughts, feelings, and actions and reasoning behind them more difficult. Absolutely. If you're looking to better understand your thoughts, feelings, and actions, here we go. For Autistic Callum, both love and hyperfixation can be enrapturing, it's like this huge thing. But love feels steady, whereas hyperfixation feels frantic and anxious. Dang. Yeah. Love builds up over time, whereas hyperfixation arrives instantly. Hyperfixating on someone is definitely, it's this massive feeling all at once, and my whole body is like, what do I do with this? What is this? Do I like you? Do I not like you? Do you like me? Do you not like me? It's like this, you completely fixate on what these feelings are, why they're here, if they're real. It's crazy. It's frantic and anxious. Thank you, Callum. Love lasts a long time and is consistent, but hyperfixation either dissipates quickly or comes and goes in dramatic waves. Dramatic waves. That's mine. That's how I experience hyperfixation. Again, thank you, Callum. Love makes me inquisitive about a person, but hyperfixation makes me feel desperate to know as much as I can about them. In essence, love makes me want to know more, so the curious, the let's get to know each other. Hyperfixation makes me need to know more. Love comes with a fear of heartbreak and rejection, but feels manageable. However, hyperfixation comes with unrelenting anxiety that often cannot be quieted. Holy crap. Unrelenting anxiety that cannot be quieted. Wow. I feel you there, Callum. Love feels like a journey. Yeah. Hyperfixation feels like a rabbit hole, which my actions influence how I feel as opposed to the relationship itself. A rabbit hole in which my actions influence how I feel. My brain is not grasping that. My actions influence how I feel. Oh, so like if I do something and I'm like, well, how do I feel about what I just did? Okay. Love is when the emotion comes first, but hyperfixation is when the dopamine comes first. And feelings are incidental. Yes, okay, yes. All right, I'm there. Love may transform my life. Hyperfixation takes over my life. Yeah. How do you differentiate between love and hyperfixation? Honestly, as you can tell by my reactions to this, I did learn quite a bit about how I experience hyperfixation. I didn't even know that was a thing until Callum talked about this. Hyperfixation. And my actions trigger my feelings, which makes me go nuts. Okay. Yeah, because love is that, it's like this steady, like, curious journey about finding little things out and just kind of like adding to a relationship. Whereas, yeah, the hyperfixation really like, zoom. It's like everything just focuses in on that one thing at that one time, and it's like, anxiety, what do I do? Yeah. Autistic _ Callum _ Callum spelled CALLUM. Check him out on Instagram.